I think there's a certain level that's justified based on the overall tax base, and there may be a higher level that people are willing to pay for, and would make the city a better place. And BIAs are in a position to do that. So, kind of curious where that's gonna lead.
Yeah, no, I also appreciate kind of the distinction between the two, because I do see that. What do you tell BAs kind of looking to adopt these programs? And so I recognize we're talking about a swath of programs, so like, you know, ambassadors, clean teams, let's say private security.
What
do you tell BAs looking to kind of adopt this or start this process?
First of all, to meet with the city officials, the city divisions that are responsible for providing the city's level of service, and make sure that basically that you're getting your fair share. Let's say that you're BIs shouldn't be moving into an area just based on the fact that the city's understaffed or they can't meet, that they're not performing to their stated goals. I don't think that is the way that you want to do business. So for just like policing, for example, get involved in your CPLC. Bring out, and they're more than willing to come out and meet with the BIAs, the division commander, and maybe the answer is for a while just to report, right? To say, whether it's police, whether it's garbage collection or street cleaning or whatever, advocate for the service you're entitled to.
Anything else? So kind of advocate for the service you're entitled to, meet with the city department that overlaps.
I'm trying to think of it. You're asking about as a group, security, ambassador programs,
clean teams, and I guess even asset management.
Yeah. I mean, they should be learning from what other BIs are doing, their successes and failings. They should be figuring out what the cost is and seeing if that's something that's sustainable budget-wise. I think Downtown Yonge, for example, they have that's a very big part of their budget, and the social issues are not becoming any less. They're being pushed into a bigger role to deal with sort of social issues, and they haven't had the budget. They're having trouble now sustaining that budget that's needed to do that, and then to justify the budget to their membership, which are mainly retailers.
And I guess this then comes full circle to, back to what's the neighborhood's role in this as well.
Yeah, I guess that's really what the question is, right? What is the BIA's role? What should the BIA's role be?
You're mentioning social issues. I guess it's clear there are social issues in Toronto. I think my Vancouver case is far more visible and obvious, but that's not to say that, issues of homelessness, issues of drug use, aren't here. How would you say that a lot of these programs are perceived by community members?
Specifically around social issues?
Yeah, around social issues.
I mean, I would say we we have BIs that are sort of dabbled in it, but the Downtown Young is the one that's
They're safe and
most
inclusive,
involved.
or yeah,
Yes.
they've got a bunch of reports there.
So I don't know. I think they do a very good job of bringing together all parties. In other cases, sometimes it's not done so diplomatically with other BIAs. So I guess it varies.
Mm-hmm. It always does. Yeah. No, there's definitely, I think, a lot of successes, but also challenges that bring stakeholders together that you would have to affect change.
Yeah, I think I don't think that you could say social issues are really within the BIA mandate.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of Chapter 19 and how, what BIAs are established for. So one thing we try to encourage is, if it's Chinatown and Yonge Street Mission, have them on your board. Have them out to every meeting. Have a subcommittee to deal with these matters and flag the issues that you may perceive to be, whether they're real or perceived. Flag the issues and have them respond. And I think that suits everyone's interests. The businesses are getting their issues reported on the table, and I think these social service providers would rather hear this from in an organized fashion, be able to respond to it, and if it's not true, then say so. Anyway, so. Get them involved. There's no reason why they can't be involved. They can't maybe sit on the board. They could sit as a representative of a business, but they don't necessarily have to be a board member.
Right.
Have them out to your meetings.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to ask something off of that. Oh, I guess falling outside of Chapter 19, or kind of, what is the purview of BAs and their jurisdiction? I'd say ultimately a lot of them are, not necessarily tackling social issues, but are having to address them. And so in terms of the soft policing that I'm talking about, seeing policies like Move Along, or which I know isn't done, but to some extent, seeing things like that, to me that seems like they are tackling social issues in a particular way.
Yeah. And as far as I, can see, it's one of those many, many things that have sort of been extrapolated from the set of duties they were originally given, and but they can play a really critical role because they're local, because they're in tune with everything else that's going on in the community.
I've been really impressed with the Downtown Young, just how, eyes and ears on the streets, but also, they have a social worker type person that is walking around doing, these things and trying to, I don't want to say address a gap, because, I recognize just how strapped everyone is with resources, but there's some great things that are.
There's a lot of potential there, for sure. I mean, I could, who knows, maybe at some point they would be, contracted by social service agencies or the city or others to provide services because they're local, because they're tied into police, they're tied into their members, they're tied into so much that's going on. I mean, they have a really amazing group of staff, and they're sort of able to look at the area more holistically, and with the BIA you kind of start from, okay, our members are the businesses. What are the businesses interested in? And it's sort of they've sort of peeled that